Good morning, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Can you
Hey,
see him back there?
Where do you want these when they're done?
Up here. So today we are out in the seed starting greenhouse, as you can see, and it is absolutely beautiful out here. It's about 86, 87 in the greenhouse, and that's only because I had this door open. These fans are going to kick on really soon. So I'm going to talk kind of quick because when we get to about 94, the fan kicks on. Anyways, it feels amazing out here, and we are getting started with our seed starting. So the little kids down here, we put, I have, show them that pan if you can. It's a tub, and I put my soil, there you go. I put my soil down in there, and then they fill these flats up for me. And then they'll come up here, and I will put the seeds in, and away we go. Now, for my seed starting mix, I know a lot of people mix their own and whatnot. For me, I like to go with this. It's just easier. It's already mixed. I use it year after year. It's the Jiffy Organic Seed Starting Mix. It has everything in it that people always want anyways. It has the peat moss, the cocoa coir, and the vermiculite in it. So it's got everything it needs. I've always had really great success with it. You can get it at your big box home improvement stores like Lowe's and Home Depot. In my area, they're $7.90-ish, give or take a couple cents. If you go to Walmart, I hate going to Walmart, but if you go to Walmart, you can get them for $2 less. So they're like $5.98, I think, for a bag. And I had bought 5 bags, and I believe that should be more than enough to get me started today. Anyhow, it does quite a bit. Plus, I had a half bag from last season, and I had a little handful of some other potting mix that I mixed in there. But it's the reason I like this mix so well is because it is fine, and it does help with the water retention, and it's just nice. It's organic. What more can you ask for? $5, $6, $7 a bag. By the time you buy the separate ingredients and you mix it all together, it's all going to equal out. So
it makes any sense. It's softer than our soil, if it makes any sense.
Yeah, it is. It's soft, it's fluffy, it's nice. So I save myself the hassle in this instance, and I just go ahead and buy it. I feel good about it because it's organic, and it has all the stuff in it that people like to mix into their own. So enough about the dirt that I'm starting it in. I just show you a little bit. I've saved these year after year. These ones were the 72 cell flats, and I just put them in the solid tray, and I'll bottom water these. In the past, I've done soil blocking. I really like soil blocking. The only thing I found about soil blocking is that sometimes they're not really crumbly. They're a little crumbly, which is fine. But sometimes I noticed with them more than with this situation, I'll get a little bit of the mold, and that causes, some of your pests to kind of fly in there. Those little, what do they call them? There's some sort of flea. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It'll come to me. You know what I'm talking about, Harley? Those little bugs that fly over it when it gets moldy like?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. They're like little gnats, yeah. And when you get the moldy stuff, they'll kind of hover. And this situation with bottom watering, it just works out better for me. I probably will soil block, but this year I have a whole bunch of these celled trays. They were given to me, so there's no point in me doing the soil blocking this year. But soil blocking works out really, really good if you don't want to go and buy the celled trays and you just want to have the flat trays and just go to town. It works out really good. So, all right. With that said, I am going to put you guys on a time lapse, and we're going to fill up some of these trays. Okay, so real quickly I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So we have our tray here filled with dirt. And basically, I'm just going to take, let's try to do this here. I'm going to take my pinky finger and I'm just going to put small holes in each one, because you only want your hole twice the depth of the width of your seed. Say that again. Twice the depth of the width of your seed. Yes. So just a small little hole like this. I'm just going to do this first set here. Did you get your marigolds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I will want those. Here, you can put that up for me. Oh, is that my last tomato? It was, okay. Now I'm on to, let me do my eggplants real quick. These are just run-of-the-mill Black Beauty eggplants. So the seeds are approximately the same size as your tomato seed, maybe a little smaller than a pepper, depending on the pepper that you're planting. And I just go 1 per dimple in the soil here. Just put 1 in each one. If you get 2 in one, it's fine. You can always thin it out later. But if you have new seeds, your germination rate's going to be pretty good, so you really only need 1 seed per hole. If you plant too many seeds per hole and you don't thin them, then they're going to fight one another for the nutrients in the soil. Okay, put those guys back in there. I'm going to fold this over. I obviously know these are eggplants, so we'll put these up in the orange.
And these are assortments, okay?
And because I don't have tags right now, I forgot to buy them. I'm just kind of like folding this in half, and I'm going to stick it in here for now, and then that'll allow me time to get tags. So now that the seeds are in the hole, I'm not sure if you can really see it, you're just going to lightly cover them, because you don't want to plant your seed too deep. If you plant them too deep, they'll run out of energy to make it through the soil, and they'll just never germinate. Oops. Chase, can you grab that tag I just dropped? And on my tag, I just write the variety and how many I've planted, so I know. Can I have that tag? Where'd you put it?
I just put it right there. Did you put it on?
Yep. Okay. So then I just tuck the tag in. For now, this will work. And I'll know that I have 18 eggplants in these 3 rows here. And then when we water, I think Harley just watered one, or else I would have shown you. I'll show you as soon as I get this tray full how we bottom water. Okay, so I got this flat all filled, and Chase is going to show you how we bottom water. So we're just going to pick up, I'm going to take this off. Go ahead. He's just going to put the water in there until it's good and in. Looks like I didn't cover these ones up very good. My basil, cinnamon basil goes there. All right. I basically just want to make sure that you leave 3/4 to an inch of water in the bottom. It's going to suck it up.
And you get this side a tiny bit.
That's fine. Just go ahead and dump it more. Now you can use a hose for this, but they like to use the watering can.
Tiny watering can, perfect for it. That's cool. Takes forever. I think that's it. Nope. Yeah. Yep.
See? Okay. Put it down in there. Put this back on. And then we are going to put a little greenhouse cover on top of them. It's just a clear plastic cover. Go ahead, put it on there. And this is just going to go on there to allow the humidity to raise until they sprout. Yeah, see how there's humidity in there? Until they sprout and really take hold. See how well the humidity holds? So we're just going to do that until they sprout, and then we'll take these covers off, and at about that time it'll be the right time to start seed starting other things, so we'll use those for the other flats that we plant. I gotta get these kids set up to fill up a few more flats because I didn't realize how many seeds I was starting today. So I will have totals for you and go over what I planted here in just a wee bit. All right, guys, we have finished seed starting for today. Now I have a lot more seeds to start, but these are just the ones that I had to get in right now. Because they were, time sensitive. That's 6 to 8. Even my celery is 8 to 10 weeks before my last frost. They'll be okay. I'll be able to get them out and baby them and have plenty of time. And even if I have to sneak them into a greenhouse, I can do that to make sure I have enough growing time at the end. But I wanted to give you the totals of what we started. So I'm going to start with the tomatillos. We planted 24 tomatillo plants. Again, I didn't want to go overboard. I'd like to make the salsa verde. I will probably get into making a few other things once I find the recipes for them. But right now that's all I have dog-eared for those, so I didn't want to grow way too many. I did 30 of the Chinese pink celery plants. I do love those, so I'm really happy about that. But we don't use a huge amount of celery, so I think 30 plants ought to be more than enough. I did 18 eggplants. Again, we don't use a whole lot. What I'll probably do with the eggplant when it comes time to preserve it is I'll probably use it in some of my pickling recipes, but more than likely I'll probably slice it, bread it, freeze it, then I can make eggplant parmesan whenever I want to. So then I did, between the cinnamon basil, what are you guys creeping over here for? Between the cinnamon basil and the lemon basil, we planted 48 plants of the basil. We love basil. We'll go through that. I could probably have planted more. Maybe we'll start more next time we start, but we'll see.
Oh God.
All right. We did flowers. So we did marigolds, French dwarf marigolds, and we did straw flowers, heliochrysanthemums, I think is what they're called. But straw flowers. And between the two of those, we did 132. I love planting marigolds throughout my peppers and my tomatoes because they're a great pest deterrent naturally, and they're just beautiful in the garden. And also the straw flowers are just so much fun. I can harvest those and put them in dried arrangements and they'll last me forever. Plus they're so pretty out in the garden. Now we get into the big heavy hitters. So as if that wasn't enough, the peppers. Now I told you guys in the video last night I was going to try to rein it back in on my pepper habit a little bit because we don't use as many. I didn't take my own advice. I planted 198 pepper plants. That's between the bells and the hot peppers. So
she said she was going to ring it back in with the peppers and the tomatoes. She planted more than she did last year.
I way over went board. Way over
went board?
I went way overboard on my tomatoes, guys. I told you I have a tomato problem. I probably should be in Tomatoes Anonymous because it's just...
Way over went board.
I planted 299 tomato plants. Yes, we set up at farmers markets, but that's going to be so much. That's going to be so much. For me, anyways. I remember $2.99 because that one cell was broken.
Yeah, we need 300. That's going to bother me.
It's going to bother me too. But overall, we planted 749 plants today. I'm really excited about this. It feels so good to be out here in the greenhouse and working on it. These guys helped me out greatly. They watered everything.
749.
Mm-hmm. That's just a couple plants.
749.
When you're, growing thousands a year, that's not that many. Anyways, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have to go in and make dough. I'm going to make homemade pizza for dinner, and I got to make bread for the week so that they can have their egg salad sandwiches. They shame me when there's no bread in the house.
Oh,
Anyways.
Listen, okay. Herbreadjustthebomb.com.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It is. I mean, I'm not lying. It is.
All right, guys. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys are getting your seeds started. Oh, well, I guess I should put that our zone, because I'm just going to go back and I'll put the zone stuff at the beginning of the video. It's fine. I'll just type it in. Afterthought.
It's fine. I'll just
Anyways, I hope you guys had a great day. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.